Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I told my husband Mark that the party would be nothing serious, just a chill evening with a few drinks, light chatter, and a handful of friends hanging out. He believed me without hesitation, like he always did, and he actually looked forward to us spending an easy night together. The backyard was glowing with warm fairy lights, echoing with laughter, and filled with the smell of grilled food. I squeezed his hand as we walked in, trying to steady the anxiety that had been eating at me for days. I knew this night was going to expose more than he expected, and I hadn't told him the full truth yet. When we arrived, everyone greeted us cheerfully, but something felt off. A couple people kept exchanging quick looks, whispering behind their glasses, and then smiling at me in this strange, nervous way. Mark didn't catch any of it. He was too busy shaking hands and flashing his usual polite smile. I led him around the crowd, introducing him to people I wish weren't here. Because this group, they knew things about me. Things I regretted. Things I hoped would never come out. And tonight, they clearly planned to drag all of it into the open. Halfway through the evening, I noticed the first warning sign. Someone started talking about old mistakes, stories that were embarrassing enough on their own. A hush fell over the small circle, and Mark went still beside me. I instantly knew where the conversation was heading. One of those stories was about me. And it wasn't just embarrassing, it was humiliating. I tried steering the topic somewhere else, but it was too late. Whispering turned into loud retelling. People laughed at twisted versions of events I had buried years ago. My back went cold, sweat gathering as Mark's grip on my hand tightened. His eyes scanned the group, sharp, focused, catching everything before I could even explain myself. I had never seen him so alert. My friend's expression slowly shifted from amusement to discomfort, realizing Mark was actually paying attention. For the first time that night, I wasn't just scared of being embarrassed. I was scared of how he would take it. Then it happened, the one story that stopped my heart. Someone brought up something I had only shared with one or two people, a private mistake from years ago, and they treated it like entertainment. The room burst into loud, ugly laughter. Mark's face changed instantly, not anger, but a deep, cutting intensity that froze people mid-laugh. In that moment, he understood exactly what was going on, and everyone else could feel it too. I leaned toward him, whispering, "Please, just wait. Let me talk first." He gave a tiny nod, but didn't look away from the people laughing. He stayed completely calm, but the energy around him shifted hard. His silence alone made the room go quiet. The people who'd mocked me suddenly looked small, exposed, caught in a moment they didn't see coming. Mark was about to flip the entire room, without raising his voice. He stepped forward slightly, just enough to stand at the center of attention, and the noise died instantly. "I think we need a moment," he said evenly. His voice wasn't loud, but it carried authority that made everyone stop. Conversations halted. The host, the guests, even the people in the back corner, snapped to attention. The easygoing party atmosphere vanished. I just stared at him in disbelief. Mark never tried to dominate a room, but here he was, shutting down chaos like it was nothing. Then he started talking, calmly dismantling every exaggerated story, correcting lies, and exposing the twisted details people had thrown around so carelessly. He didn't yell, didn't insult anyone, didn't lose composure for a second. He simply laid out the truth, point by point, with absolute clarity. The crowd faded from smug to stunned. Whispers died. Jaws dropped. My chest swelled with this overwhelming mix of pride and relief. He wasn't just offending me. He was restoring my dignity in front of people who had tried to strip it away. Even the ones who started the mess looked speechless now. The host, who'd laughed earlier, stared at the floor, face tight with regret. Mark didn't make anyone feel pathetic, didn't lecture, didn't make a spectacle out of it. He just made sure the truth cut through the nonsense. The entire party changed instantly. Laughter died. Eyes lowered. Respect took the place of ridicule. I squeezed his hand, stunned by the gentle strength he carried. His calm authority didn't just silence the room. It demanded respect. The people who mocked me now realized exactly who they were dealing with. In that moment, I realized our connection was stronger than embarrassment, Stronger than rumors, stronger than any attempt to tear me down. Mark didn't just offend me. He made it clear that cruelty had no place around us. He finally looked at me, eyes softening. "Are you all right?" he asked quietly. I nodded, tears burning my eyes. I wasn't emotional because of the shame. I was emotional because of him. His steadiness, his loyalty, his calm power, it was everything. The laughter didn't come back. The tension didn't return. The whole room stayed hushed, processing what had happened. Mark guided me to a couch and whispered, "Don't worry about them. It's over." And he was right. He hadn't just shut down gossip. He delivered a message, one nobody there would ever forget. People avoided eye contact after that. Some murmured apologies. The rest stayed quiet. The earlier chaos replaced by an uneasy admiration for how he handled it. Watching him, I realized something important. Strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it's still, controlled, and powerful without ever shouting. When we finally left, the night air felt cool and freeing. Mark held my hand and gave me a soft smile. Not proud, not smug, just reassuring. "It's all okay now," he said. And it was. The humiliation dissolved. The rumors died. The tension faded. What remained was trust, a deeper respect, and a stronger bond than ever. That night taught me that strength doesn't have to roar. Sometimes it stands quietly in the middle of a room, commands attention without effort, and restores dignity with calm certainty. Mark didn't just defend me. He left everyone stunned, silent, and completely speechless. And he proved that nothing petty, cruel, or twisted could ever shake what we have.